Routine traffic stop finds missing 13-year-old girl.
Who's hiding under the blanket?
Just a friend, like a really close friend.
Okay. Isn't that literally what every pedo says, like, ever? Just a friend. Just a 13-year-old really close friend, you know.
She's your girlfriend?
Because I just met her. That's way too soon.
How long ago did you meet her?
Wait, I'm sorry. The girl's 13 and you're... okay, I need to stop trying to understand pedophiles.
About 2 days ago.
2021. Does that look like her? Hey, I got a question for you. Is that you?
No, sir. That's his wife.
His wife? He's got condoms in the center console.
I lied about who she was?
Yeah. This is going to work a whole lot easier if you quit lying to me.
Over 1,400 miles from home, a young girl is found hiding under a blanket during a routine traffic stop. Behind the wheel is a 32-year-old man who claims he
He looks like a catch. Oh, yeah, he looks like a very presentable, approachable guy.
met her days earlier in Las Vegas.
Oh,
police start
and
peeling back
in
the
Las Vegas. Oh.
story, they find lies, fake names, and the culmination of a shocking multi-state investigation.
Yeah,
You said
2
she's
days ago.
19.
I did the math wrong. I didn't know.
The following report is based on official
What?
police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. Just as the sun is coming up in Navajo County, Arizona, a sheriff's deputy notices a black SUV headed eastbound on Interstate 40 with several items hanging from the rearview mirror. When he pulls up behind the vehicle, the driver instantly takes the next exit, at which point the deputy makes the stop.
Dude, honestly, thank God for dumb laws like that sometimes. Honestly.
Only to find that the driver is not alone.
How you doing? Good. I'm Smith. I'm with the Navajo County Sheriff's Office. The reason I pulled you over, you have all those things hanging from your rearview mirror. That's an obstruction of view from the roadway.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, there's
Who's hiding under
a
the
doggy.
blanket? Huh? Well, can I have you put the blanket down just so I know that there's not a gun or nothing under there?
There's nothing. It's passed out.
She all right?
Yeah. You ready? Just thinking.
Okay. Is there anyone else in the car hiding?
No, just two dogs.
2 dogs?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get your driver's license, your registration?
Dude, okay. Thank God that the cops didn't just automatically assume that was her dad. I mean, it's obviously sus that she's hiding under a blanket, but like,
Your insurance? Can I have her keep this blanket down? I don't know if there's like a weapon or anything underneath there.
I promise she's just passed out.
Just passed out?
Yeah, it's just sleeping. It's early. You can tell.
Okay. Can I get her ID?
She doesn't.
What's her name? Daisy? Daisy what?
So she has this one.
And birthday?
2007.
all right, we're turning those off for now.
2007?
One sec. I'm pausing. I'm putting a pause. I'm putting a pause on the fart. There it is. Pause.
Daisy Garcia Guzman? Okay. All right, can I have you come on back? I'll give you a written warning.
The driver, Raul Alexis Arellano Romero, is patted down and taken to sit in the deputy's front seat. But it's the identity of his female passenger that will turn this routine traffic stop into a morning of mystery.
You're not gonna lock me in here or something, right?
You got a handle. How's your day going so far?
Pretty good. Not too bad. A little tired, but not too bad.
Gotcha. Where are you coming from?
I'm originally from Puerto Rico, actually.
Or where are you coming from?
Oh, right now? Oh, so I traveled to Las Vegas. And I'm on my way back home to New Mexico.
Gotcha. So you don't live in Alabama anymore?
No, I don't.
That's not how you get to New Mexico.
Oh, well, I had to kind of stop a little bit.
Dude, honestly, good cop. Like, this cop sussed him out so quick and already started questioning everything and is actually doing some good investigative work.
I was starting to get tired. So I thought I could find somewhere here, but I guess there's nothing here. Thought that was possibly a gas station. That doesn't look like one.
Yeah, you just passed like a dozen of them, actually.
Oh, I did, for real?
Yeah.
I feel very, very weird being in your car right now, I'm not gonna lie.
What is that? Would you rather stand out in the cold?
I mean, I could have just stayed in the car. It's just kind of weird. I've never been invited into.
Consider it your first time.
Yeah.
Where's Daisy from? Alabama or New Mexico?
I think she's from New Mexico.
All right, yeah, book him. Book him. He said, I think. Just book him. So obviously it's not, he's done. Donezo.
Correctly, yes.
She's your girlfriend?
No, she's not.
Who is she?
Just a friend. Like a really close friend. Nothing like that.
How old is she?
19?
The deputy
Sure.
He has noticed Raul's nervousness, writing in his report that his hands were shaking as he handed over his license. He decides to dig a little deeper into Raul's story.
So she's 19, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously. She's an adult.
Mm-hmm.
You said she didn't have an ID on her.
Mm-mm.
What do you mean by that?
That I don't think she has one. I don't think she's ever gotten one yet.
Not even an ID?
That's not how that works.
I mean, she hasn't showed me or talked to me about one, so I really don't know.
How long ago did you meet her?
About 2 days ago, something like that.
Where'd you meet her at?
Vegas.
You were just taking her home?
Nah, kinda. Not really like that. She just said that she's never been to New Mexico.
Yeah, all of this sounds very normal.
And I told her, I'm like, well, it's really flat land, so thought we'd go and see it
I
together.
thought you said she was your girlfriend.
I never said she was.
Okay. Must have been a misunderstanding.
No, I never said she was. I just met her. That's way too soon. Just been kind of getting to know her, I guess.
With Raul's answers not quite lining up, the deputy calls for backup.
So what are you planning on doing with her?
Nothing. Just, she wanted to go to New Mexico, so she asked for a drive. That's why I think she's like a drifter or something. Or a nomad.
We got a problem with human smuggling.
Oh. Bro, trust me. Trust me, those ain't gonna fit, my guy.
Going on.
I don't know what that means.
You don't know what human smuggling is?
English isn't my first language, so...
You speak very good English.
I know I do, but
Okay.
smuggling sounds like...
I was not born yesterday. You know what human smuggling, human trafficking is?
Human trafficking, yes.
Okay.
Dude, there's
Wait,
literally a fucking teddy. Oh my god, ew! Ew!
A bit of a difference. So human smuggling would
The
be...
juxtaposition of the candy and the condoms and the fucking teddy bear, dude! Ew!
hiding an individual that's not from this country, bringing them across and taking them somewhere
Like
to
it's
another
like kid toys and Takis and like, ugh.
state.
Gotcha.
Like you met a female 2 days ago.
Yeah,
You're taking her to another state.
I gotcha, but...
Cop, cut off this man's balls now. Cut off this man's balls.
And you don't really know anything about her.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Do I really look like the smuggling type?
Anybody can be a smuggler.
That's valid.
We've got grandmas, we've got grandpas, we got
Oh, no.
anybody.
That's just crazy.
I can tell you that as soon as I get behind you, you jump off the interstate and you go to a dead-end road saying that you're going to New Mexico. It doesn't help.
Oh, that's fair. Well, I mean, I'm not from here.
To get to the bottom of things, the deputy turns to the girl for answers.
Do you have an ID on you, Daisy? And what's your last name?
Garcia Guzman.
Okay. What are you doing with him?
Just going to visit some family.
When did you meet him?
A long time ago.
A long time ago.
Couple years ago.
Okay.
As a canine unit arrives on scene, the police gather Daisy and Raul together so the drug dog can sniff the vehicle. The deputy takes the opportunity to again ask a question he's gotten two different answers to.
How old are you, Daisy?
I'm 17.
You're 17.
I thought you were 19.
It's the internet.
2007.
With the internet.
Oh, well, I did the math wrong.
With that odd excuse hanging in the air, the K9
Maybe
deputy
I
comes
did the math wrong. Okay, buddy. All right, buddy.
back with news that adds yet another wrinkle to this traffic stop.
All right, y'all. So my K9's trained to detect 4 odors, okay? Cocaine, methamphetamine, heroin, and fentanyl. You did indicate a positive alert to the vehicle. Having said that, have you guys been in contact with any of those drugs?
Like, with any, no.
No,
Maybe
like no
weed,
one.
but,
He is alert to weed, man.
okay, well, that's...
No one's smoked any meth, no friends in
don't.
Vegas messing around with
I
anything?
don't, no, and I didn't really have anybody in the car much, so...
Okay. My K9 over to the vehicle in the state of Arizona gives us probable cause to search the vehicle, okay? So we are going to be searching the vehicle. You guys are saying we're not going to find anything? No tutors, no paraphernalia, nothing like that?
Nothing.
Okay.
As they prepare to search the car, Daisy and Raul
So
are
totally
separated.
only a coincidence that I said her age is a single year above the legal limit. Dude, even if she was 20, like that, see that the people who like argue, like, I'm not saying you are, by the way, but like there are people who argue is like, oh, well, she was, 19 or 20. Like that's completely fine. Dude, if there was like an age gap of like he's 32 and someone's like 20, that's still fucking disgusting. Like the mental like difference between those two is just the 32-year-old only wants a 20-year-old so they can manipulate them. It's just, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's rare cases where both people actually like each other. There's no manipulation happening. However, 90% of the time, if someone is below the age of, I would say like 25, 26, I feel like that in that range, it's like there's a manipulation layer to it. Like if someone's like in their 30s or above and then dating someone below 25, it's a little, it's weird. It's just weird. It is. I don't know what else to say.
once more.
Daisy, can you come here real quick?
Maybe.
Yeah, people don't take into account the mental layer to it. Like there are so many idiots that argue like, oh, well, the law says blah, 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 blah. The law says it's 16 in this state. The law has nothing to do with mental maturity and how your brain develops. It has nothing to do with it at all. Honestly, the law is kind of stupid in a lot of elements because of that. Because people's brains don't develop at 16. They don't develop at 18. They're not fully developed at that time. Yeah, legality doesn't equal morality. Anyone who thinks
I
that
hate Jerry Seinfeld and won't watch anything with him in it for that reason, but at a worse extent.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what we're talking about. But anyone who equates legality to morality is just stupid. You're dumb. Like, I'm sorry. Anyone who's like, whoa, that's illegal, so that's bad. Or that's legal, so that's good. Like, no, you're stupid.
Real quick.
But nothing like crazy
Okay.
or anything like that.
You got nothing on you?
Yeah, your frontal lobe doesn't finish
sit in the
cooking
front
until
seat of my car,
25. Yeah. Dude, and like, if you guys are, older than 25, if you think back to when you were 20, like, and then like, for example, I'm 30 and above, right? I'm 22 actually. But if I was 31 years old, if I look back at 20 years old, dude, honestly, I saw a kid get into the driver's seat of a truck. And I was like, why is that kid driving? And I'm like, oh, wait a second. He's probably like 18. But in my, older brain, I literally look at 20-year-olds as like babies, like they look like children. I just don't understand how, I just can't comprehend not seeing anyone that young as a literal baby. Like it's, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just, I don't know.
Before anybody,
Until you get my age, I guess, you can't see, because, when you're 18 and when you're 20, you're like, oh, I'm old, right? I'm of age, I'm mature. No, you're not. You aren't. You look like babies. You really do.
Buddy goes in here without me in there, I gotta put you in handcuffs, okay? Just so you don't grab any of my stuff. Just go ahead and put them behind your back.
Wait, why are you...
She's just detained right now.
Because I'm not gonna be in here to watch her. She's just gonna sit in my vehicle. I don't need anyone going through my computer and
Oh, okay.
As they begin the search, the deputies discuss the growing discrepancies in the pair's stories.
So she's hiding under this.
Yeah.
And like I pull it up, she looks young. He says she's 19 and they met 2 days ago. She says they met a long time ago and that she's 17.
Okay.
And they met in Vegas and he's taking her home to New Mexico. Or to New
LPRs
Mexico.
have him in Idaho and he said he only went to Vegas.
Interesting.
He's got knives all over the place, bro. I definitely.
Of course.
She has no luggage in the car. Oh, there's the weed.
But at the moment, the deputies are more interested in finding out the truth behind Daisy and Raul's situation than what they found in the SUV.
Now that you're not next to him, have you seen him use any drugs over the past couple days?
No, sir.
No. And how old are you?
17.
Okay, so did you give him a fake ID?
No, sir.
You give him a fake name and date of birth?
No, sir.
So why does the date of birth that he ran come back to someone who's 19? You don't know? Okay, how long have you known him?
Multiple years.
Multiple years? Okay. And how old is he? Not sure. Do you know his full name?
Raul Alexis Ariana.
Okay. Is that your boyfriend or no, just a friend?
We're kind of like family.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you a personal question. It's up to you if you want to answer. Have you guys had any kind of sexual contact or something like that? No? Okay.
God, I hope so. Oh, I know that's probably not the case, but
The cops note that a fake tattoo on Daisy's neck is wearing off, giving them more reason to suspect that she might be younger than she's letting on. Meanwhile, the other deputy turns up the heat on Raul.
Can you relay exactly what happened this weekend
What do you mean?
with her and your travel
it's so
plans and
nauseating,
everything like
dude.
Why?
that? Because it's not adding up. I've talked to her, talked to you. I'm getting 2 different stories. I just want to figure out what actually happened so that we can go on from there.
Okay, what did she say?
I'm not going to tell you that.
Well, I mean, I feel weird answering. I just
Oh, that's a great. That's not a suspicious
Told you what I-
thing to say at all.
I told you what happened.
So you met her 2 days ago.
Yes.
You went to Vegas. You met her 2 days ago.
God, his hair is so fucking disgusting, man. I can't get over it. Like that is honestly one of the most diabolical, decrepit hair that I've ever seen in my life.
Well, two. Yeah.
You said
2
she's
days ago.
19. She's 17.
I did the math wrong. I didn't know.
And what are your plans with her? Because it
Nothing.
doesn't make sense that you're going to take her to New Mexico, but you're not going to take her home.
I travel. No, I am taking her back. I travel a lot, so I just going to New Mexico for a little bit. I'm gonna see my mom. My dog just died. One of my dogs just died. Or my mom's dog just
Well,
died.
what are you going to do with her? You said you're not taking her to your mom.
Not like to stay. Not like that. No. She's gonna get a hotel. I'm guessing. I really don't know.
With what money?
I didn't
Ooh,
really think about that. To be honest. I guess
ooh,
with mine.
caught.
Anyways, at this point, I feel like I need a lawyer because I'm feeling a little harassed. I'm not gonna lie.
You're not being harassed.
Oh, you're feeling harassed. Okay,
You're detained.
all right.
I know,
At this
but
point, okay. You're going to go in the back of one of these cars.
seems a little sketchy. So I'm
No.
saying,
You'll be fine.
Yeah,
Started
you will
off
be
with-
You'll be
fine.
fine.
sure. I'm not from here. I don't know how this place works, and I know some places.
I can tell you that if you're taking a 17-year-old girl across state lines and you don't know any of that information, you go to Vegas, you pick her up, everything that I've seen so far, obviously you're detained, okay?
The deputy will soon discover the truth behind Daisy's identity, but it will take some work to get past what he believes is possibly Raul's coaching.
Yeah,
All right, easy. So I've got a bunch of questions because this isn't really making sense to me, okay? Are you from California?
see that, dude. That's what's so depressing about cases like this is when there's a girl who's really young and there's a dude who's really old. The girl, like, I feel like so many kids want to feel like they're adults. They want to feel like they're, not teenagers or 13. And so the 13-year-old girl is probably like, "Oh, I'm a big girl. I'm an adult, right? I could hang out with this older man and I'm cool, right? This is cool to do." And then the dude manipulates her into believing that, "Oh, you're so mature, like you're so much smarter than all these young kids. You're basically an adult." And they brainwash him into believing that. And then what's happening happens where she doesn't want to admit that she's actually, in this situation because in her head, in her mind, she thinks that it's okay and she thinks it was her decision when it really wasn't.
No, sir.
Where are you from?
Where I was born?
Like where are you living right now?
What's it called? I forgot what it's called.
Forgot what it's called.
Just be honest with me, please, because we will figure out everything, okay? Just please be honest with me so that it's not any more confusing than it needs to be. Can I get your real name? We're going to get a fingerprint scanner here. We're going to get a fingerprint scanner here.
Do I have to do it?
What?
Do I have to do it?
Yeah, we're going to get your identity. Okay, so I'm going to need your full name. Here's the thing, Daisy, or whatever your name is. You're not in trouble right now. We are the police. We're here to help you. We're not here to get him in
Can I
trouble.
just say, these cops are some of the best cops I've seen in a long time.
But you're 17 years old. I cannot let you go with him from here on. Okay? So we need to figure out who you are and where we can help you go. What's your name?
Daisy.
No. Tell me your real name.
Daisy.
Okay, how do you spell it? Here's the thing. If you lie about your name, you're going to jail. And we will figure it out. We've got facial recognition and the fingerprint scanner. Okay. So I'm going to give you, this is your last chance to give me a truthful...
Where's Officer John to suck off these cops when you need him? I know, right?
identification. You're going to have to give me a true name and a date of birth, otherwise you go to jail. Okay?
At last,
poor
the
girl.
girl admits to the deputy that she's not a 17-year-old nomad, but rather a 13-year-old from the opposite side of the country.
You can cancel the facial rec and fingerprint scanner.
Oh, it's so
Look
sad,
at the
dude.
101. She's a missing juvenile out of Alabama.
Chat, it's in the title, by the way. I don't know why people were surprised, but...
Daisy's real name turns out to be Dayetsi Pizarro, listed as missing on a bulletin from the Marshall County, Alabama Sheriff's Office on April 19th, 11 days earlier. It's far from the last twist in this rapidly intensifying case.
What grade are you in?
8.
How long ago
I
did
mean,
you-
I guess, yeah, that's true. A lot of people probably are joining in late or didn't see the title, but yeah, I'm just stating that's why I'm not, reacting, because it's like, I
Throw that cracked out golem creep into the volcanic pick of Mordor.
I agree wholeheartedly with that.
Did you run away?
Yes, exactly. Cop, abuse your power. Cop, I command thee, abuse your power. Abuse your power that you have now. Do it. Beat him. Tase him. Have your K9 unit bite him. Come on.
Like a week ago.
Okay, and what are you doing with him?
Huh?
What are you doing with him?
I'm just traveling.
The alert out of Alabama about Dayetsi also lists a person of interest, none other than 32-year-old Raul Alexis Arellano Romero.
Right now, you're detained because you lied about who she was. Okay?
I lied about who she was?
Yeah. You've known her longer than 2 days. You've been traveling with her for longer than that. You lived in Alabama, right?
Yes.
Okay. When did you leave Alabama?
Wow, a while ago.
How long is a while ago, man?
Like a while.
Like years?
Months.
Months?
Like months. Like
Like-
we're talking about maybe 8 months.
Okay.
Almost a year.
2021.
Does that look like her?
I don't know.
Hey, I got a question for you. Is that you?
No, sir. That's
No.
his wife.
His wife?
Oh my God. He has a wife. Why am I not surprised?
Okay. It's his wife.
Why am I not
So
surprised by
has she
that?
been with you ever since you left Alabama?
No.
Okay, so when did you pick her up?
Like 2 or 3 days ago.
I know, see, dude, this is gonna work a whole lot easier if you quit lying to me, okay? I know
Yes.
you're lying to me, bro.
Yeah, yes, escalate! Escalate more! Escalate the situation! Run away so they can tase you or something!
We already know that you've been with her for longer than 2 days. So are you gonna tell me how long you've been with her?
Wait, what makes you think that you know that
Here,
I've been
here's
with
the
her?
thing.
I'm done with talking with you. Sit in that car. I've already talked to her. I got all the information I need.
Escalate! Escalate more!
But when the deputies get on the phone with authorities in Alabama, they learn that there's still much more to uncover in this disturbing case.
It looks like it says she left around, like in the morning while the family was asleep. It looks like it was from 7/28/2024.
Oh my God.
Exhaust tunnel? And she was reported missing.
It turns out that this is actually the second time Raul has been accused of taking the girl on an unauthorized road trip, and the deputy gets on the phone with authorities in Massachusetts to learn more about a pending case from last year.
So we had a kidnapping case here in Massachusetts back in, I believe it was in July. He drove all the way over here and picked this child up who was here. She was here on vacation with her mom, her biological mom. He came here and picked her up and took her out of state lines. We were able to, with help with the state police, we were able to find them out in like Virginia somewhere, and he was arrested. He was in prison for some time. His case is actually coming up soon. I was just on the phone with the DA. I was not aware that she was on the run again with him.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys found her. Thank you guys. I'll be in touch. Give me a little bit of time. I'm gonna be in touch with her parents as well as the DA's office here, and I'll call you guys back.
Raul is transported to the Navajo County Sheriff's Office for questioning, while Dayetzi is taken to the Family Advocacy Center in Show Low to be given a forensic interview.
I know it may seem like it, but you're still not in trouble, okay? We're not charging you with anything. They're probably going to have to arrange for a way to get you back home, and I don't know what your relationship is with your parents, but maybe get you in contact with them, if that's what you want.
In her interview, Dayetzi says she met Raul 2 years ago through her older brother. They began communicating through online games like Fortnite and Call of Duty, where she told him that she wanted to take a trip to Vegas. He picked her up outside her house, and they stayed the night in Tennessee and Montana.
Yeah, she was 11, bro. 11!
Before finally arriving at a hotel in Henderson, Nevada. She insists that they slept in separate beds and had no intimate contact, and while some items of interest were found in Raul's
we saw
vehicle.
He's detained right now because he's in the prison. He's got condoms in the center console. He's talking to her still.
No charges regarding a physical relationship have been filed. Meanwhile, at the sheriff's office, Raul is less than cooperative with the detectives.
We've been talking to Dave. We've been getting all the information she has. So we've talked to her, and now we want your side of the story. I want to hear from you, right? What's going on? So, can you start at the beginning? Honestly, I have nothing to say.
Okay, so she wasn't assaulted? We don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna assume, dude, there's fucking condoms in the car. Like, I mean, what else can you say? I mean, what child wants to admit that, though, at the end of the day? Like, no child wants to admit that happened.
What do you mean with that?
Exactly that. The straightforward meaning of nothing to say. I don't feel comfortable enough talking to you guys, especially after all of this. This was just a stop because I had stuff hanging on my mirror, like, the mirror to look in the back. And then it went for, all of a sudden it turned into like they were checking to see if my car had drugs, and it got completely blown out of proportion. So I don't feel confident enough for any of you guys, to be honest.
With Raul unwilling to talk, the detective reveals what comes next.
I don't know if they told you there, but there was a warrant for your arrest for kidnapping, nationwide extradition. So you will be booked into the Navajo County Jail that you went to earlier.
You want to know the sad part, chat? He probably won't get a lot of time. Because kidnapping, you don't really get much time in jail, which is awful. I feel like you should get, pedos like this guy should get the worst possible punishment, but they don't.
That warrant, okay.
Raul Alexis Arellano Romero was transported back to Alabama the next day, where he was charged with interference with custody. Arellano Romero's case remains open and ongoing. If you'd Like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light, you'll find extra footage and unseen details on our Patreon.
Sometimes this is why I'm glad I didn't have a daughter. I don't have to worry about shit like this, man. I mean, obviously, you know, situations like this can happen with guys too, but it's like, you know, when it comes to women, it's just something you have to worry about.